Right, I'm back working on this 2007 PT Cruiser. We're going to be replacing the transmission mount over here on the driver's side. This is the last mount that I haven't replaced, and I just wanted to touch on something before we get started here really quick. There's a couple of different mounts, so you'll want to look at yours before you go to getting this part or ordering it or whatever. Now, from what I understand, they'll list these as fitting an 01 to a 2010. However, they do look different. Now, the one on this particular car is going to take this one here. It has like a little slant bevel to it, and this one here is straight. Now, this is where your fuse box is going to mount. So you could see the problem if you try to put that on there. The bolt holes are different. It's not going to mount, and you're not going to be able to get that to bolt down. So you want to make sure you get the right one. Other than that, they seem to be pretty much the same. And as far as the other mounts, I haven't noticed any difference. But with this transmission mount, make sure the one you got. Like I said, this was supposed to be for when I got on the Mopar side, it was showing that theirs were listed for a 2001 to a 2005. 2006 is like a change-up year. For this one, this is from like 06 to 2010. So I don't know if that's always the case or what, but that's what information I got, and this is the one that is on the car. So I need this one. So I just wanted to talk about that before you run into that situation. You get in there and figure out that your fuse box won't bolt down, because they are different in that aspect. Okay, so we're going to come over here on the driver's side. Go ahead and just unclip your air box here, and you want to go ahead and push that back and unclip your sensor right here. And we're going to take 8mm, get back here on this band and loosen that up. Okay, give this thing a squeeze here and it'll pop right off. Now this is, you'll take and lift up this way and kind of pull it out, and it'll keep you from breaking those. Okay, and go ahead and firmly pull this up, straight up. Go ahead and wiggle this hose off right here. Then we can set the rest of this box out of the way. Now, just to be safe, we'll go ahead and disconnect our negative here while we're working on this. Okay, now you can see these two bolts I was talking about for your mount. Those are 10mm. We're going to go ahead and take both of these loose. There's those two 10mm. You can go ahead and lift this box up. You should have enough slack just to pull it up here out of the way. If need be, we can disconnect this 10mm right here and just flip it way on over here out of the way. Okay, now you can see what I'm talking about. You see how this has got like an angled shape to it. So, like I said, I don't know that if it is the case with the years, but nevertheless, get in here and look at yours and make sure that you are getting the correct one. But that's the information I have, is that these are supposed to be from an 06 to a 2010. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get a jack with a wooden block positioned under the transmission. I'm going to get somewhere down under in here in the middle and get this supported before we go any farther, and we'll probably also get a jack stand. Okay, so just position it somewhere under here and get it supported, because it will move a little bit when we take this loose. And good idea to get a jack stand or some blocks just for safety. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is just take these two 15s out right here. Okay, so go ahead and remove both of these. We also got a 10mm right here on this battery box. We need to go ahead and take that out. Okay, so now we got 4 of these 13mm. And we're just going to go ahead and remove all 4 of these now. Alright, so I'm just getting the very last bolt out here. And these are like self-locking type bolts, so you don't have to put Loctite if you don't want. So now we're ready to lift this up and out of here, and we can take it over here and do a comparison. You can see how they both look here. So you can see how, you know, these two, the difference in those holes there. So that is not going to allow you, if you get the wrong one, and they're going to tell you that this will fit your car from a 2001 to 2010, but it does not work. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get this one back in the car here, and we'll just work those bolts back in there. Okay, and I'm starting to bolt it up here. Now this hole is a little bit off, but this battery tray has a little bit of slack, so I'm just going to take the bolts, take the battery out and take those bolts loose and adjust it a little bit so that'll line up, and then we'll get our so right now I'm just working these 13 millimeters back in, and we'll go ahead and get these snugged up for now, and then we'll worry about that, and then we'll go ahead and get our fuse box there and see, make sure everything looks pretty close, but we'll make sure that everything is going to line up like it's supposed to. So I'm just working these in, and then we'll snug these 13 millimeters down. Okay, now when I bolted this up against the frame here, this actually lined up. So it was just a hair off anyway, but it actually went ahead and lined up. So I'm going ahead and putting it in. Didn't even have to move. You wouldn't even necessarily, if it just absolutely wouldn't line up, you don't even really need this one. It's just another hold down for the battery tray, but really, in my opinion, not very necessary. But I've got all of the 13s in, so right now I'm just working on snugging them up real good. Okay, so we got those snugged down really well. Now we're getting ready to go ahead and pop. If you have to line this up, just move your jack around and shift it, or whatever you do, wiggle it around. Make sure you get them started by hand. Don't just put them in there and go to cranking down on it with a ratchet, or you'll be cross-threading and have yourself a situation. So I didn't even move this, said it just dropped down a little bit. The transmission didn't even move in the least, and they just went right back into place basically. Okay, so we're just taking the extended handle ratchet and tightening these down really well. Right now we're just going to go ahead and set our fuse box back down here into place. And it has plenty of slack when doing this, so you can flip it right up there. Alright, so as you can see, the holes here are lining up like they should. We're going to go ahead and put those two 10 millimeters back in there, and then we'll go ahead and place our air box and stuff back on there and make sure it's going to go back into place like it should. Okay, and while you got this off, it's not a bad idea to take some starter fluid and wipe this throttle. You can move it back with this and get in there and wipe this out a little bit. Okay, so just slip that hose back on, and we're going to fit our breather box back into place here. And it should go back onto its rubber grommets there. Okay, now we're going to get this upper part back on and get our sensor reconnected here. So just tilt this one way, go right underneath those tabs, and don't forget to reconnect your negative cable. We'll just refasten this sensor. We're going to tighten this band back down with our 8 millimeter. Right now we're going to go ahead and get our jack out from under here. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. Hope I was able to clear up some misconception on this mount anyway, what to look for. It's best just to check yours and make sure that you're getting the right thing. So, but anyways, that's going to conclude this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, please give the video a like, and invite you to subscribe and check out some other videos. Thanks for watching.